I say Toni Braxton.
Toni Braxton. I got Toni Braxton.
No, Toni Braxton ain't never have your back.
I got Toni Braxton.
I want to be. I want it on record. I want it on national television. You want to say I don't have your back?
You did it.
Hell, Lord, you did my boyfriend. You steal.
I don't steal anything.
You don't. You sold men.
Who's the man that I stole?
Tony's. You slept with them a few times.
What man?
You not get the lead. Oh, you're such a liar. Such a liar.
I'm going to spill some extremely hot tea today, so fasten your seatbelts. The Braxton sister is the subject of our discussion. This is a complete mess. I'm not even sure where to begin with this one. I love Braxton family drama, as you all know, but this may be the most insane thing I've ever covered. So feel free to hit that like. Now, prepare your food, and let's get started because the streets are speaking, honey. According to rumors, Toni Braxton has supposedly been having an affair with Toni Braxton's husband. In fact, the whole street is buzzing at the moment. You heard correctly. Her sister's spouse and Tony's husband. Now, I said, just say it isn't so, when I first heard this. Tell me this is a lie, please. Tell me that the internet is fabricating stories once more. However, the more I investigated this, the more chaotic it became. We are only getting started, I assure you.
You're such a liar. Such a liar.
Man, he said he...
You know that's a lie.
I swear to God.
That's a lie. What are you doing?
Your man for? You think I'm too? Don't you?
Now, how did all of this come to light?
How did all of this come to light now? Apparently, Toni Braxton decided she was sick of hiding secrets, and chose to make Tama's business public. And believe me when I say that Toni is not managing this at all. After all, it's one thing for your man to be around other ladies, isn't that right? It's already against the law. However, that is your own sister. I can't even begin to describe the depth of this betrayal. Oh my goodness, Tama is defensive. She clearly did not anticipate this. This secret, she believed, was hidden. However, Tanda said, not today, sis. Additionally, it appears that Toni and Tama's relationship is irreparably damaged. I don't see them, like returning from this one, everyone. Let's be honest for a moment now. The Braxtons have been disorganized. We've been following their drama for years. However, this has dropped to an all-new level. I mean lower than low. Baddies in the Midwest are energized by their current predicament. As you are aware, they have been fighting everywhere, on camera, off camera, behind the scenes, and in front of the scenes. However, this is not the same as sister-on-sister abuse. Dramas like this forever damage families. So, a clip appears, correct. And Tama and Tawanda are fighting once more.
Do I know where you live?
Well, of course you don't come. So, my thing, I know where you live because I put down your down payment.
You now, whether it's true or not, Tama will say anything and everything when she's upset. When that woman becomes hot, you can't control her. She was hot, too, honey. Tama begins bringing receipts attesting to the fact that she made the down payment for Tawanda's home. Next, she claims that Tawanda has been utilizing her credit cards for years without authorization. Cheers, everyone. I'm sitting here wondering if this is real, or if Tama is just making charges. However, I recall that Tama typically brings the receipts. For the past few years, you have been using my credit card to steal from me. Tama had already chastised Tawanda. She has previously accused Tawanda of being irresponsible with the money and possessions of others. And it gets worse, you guys. Rumor has it that Tawanda has pilfered Miss E's money and their mother's social security checks. Additionally, it seems that she has already embezzled money from Toni.
Tawanda, baby, I love her to pieces. But hide your stuff when she come over, cause she snatched the wig off your head when you look the other way. She's super sneaky, clever, and
Now, if we examine Tawanda's bankruptcy records, they are indeed available to the public. She owes $500,000. $500,000 villains. And here's the thing. She borrowed $35,000 from Tamar to buy a house down payment. Tamar's statements are beginning to make sense. Tawanda has a history of taking and borrowing family resources without seemingly repaying them.
You know exactly what you're doing. Don't be looking like that, you snake-ass son of a gun. You're a snake, and then you like controversy, and you like all of that. Okay. So why would you do that?
This is where things get crazy, though. Tawanda does not refute the allegations of stealing. She makes no attempt to justify herself in that regard. Rather, she reveals a huge bombshell. She accuses Tamar of having an affair with one of Toni's ex-partners while staring her in the face.
I don't steal anything.
You don't. You sold men.
Who's the man that I stole?
Tony's. You slept with them a few times.
Oh, what man?
You not get the lease.
Get this low down ass bitch.
Oh, you're such a liar. Such a liar.
Youngster. The mayhem that broke out. Tamar goes completely insane. She disputes it. She's screaming. She's making accusations. Then she reverses it and claims that Tawanda was the culprit. Toni, meanwhile, is sitting there looking utterly stunned. Her expression seemed to convey everything. It seems that even Tracy was aware of this prior to her demise. However, nobody considered alerting Toni. Now make it make sense. They are not behaving like sisters. They are behaving in a frenemy manner. Similar to persons who are bonded by blood, but secretly despise one another.
How good of a sister can you be for you to know this information and not tell it until someone makes you mad? Like, you didn't tell Toni about Tamar sleeping with her ex until Tamar calls you out for being a thief, which you've been a thief before. So Tamar telling this wouldn't be that too far.
The rumor is about more than one man. So just when you think it can't get much messier, it does. Oh no. Tamar allegedly had sex with two of Toni's men. 2. The man's name was bleeped out in the video, most likely for illicit purposes. You are aware of how that works. However, the internet is the internet, and as you are aware, we looked into it. Now let's discuss the suspects. Birdman is the first suspect. Yes, Toni's current spouse, the Birdman. Now, do you recall the fight between Cash Money and No Limit? Guess who was there instead of Toni? Tamar and the youngster. The actions were dubious. As if she were Birdman's personal helper, Tamar was spotted dancing all about him and wiping perspiration from his brow. Commenters described it as strange, improper, and, to be honest, disrespectful to Toni. Tamar did defend herself now. She shared a video of herself, Birdman, and Toni, claiming to be there to support him. Toni called everyone to let them know that everything was all right. However, the internet didn't believe it. In all honesty, Carrie Lewis is the second suspect. That's the man from Mint Condition, Toni's ex-husband. In actuality, this rumor has been around since 2011. According to a blogger, Tamar slept with Carrie Lewis because she believed that getting close to her sister's spouse would help her achieve her goals of fame and wealth. What's happening in this family? Here's the thing, you guys. For Tamar, this is not novel behavior. Such accusations have been made against her in the past. Do you recall the rumors that she had an affair with Michael Malden? Jermaine Dupri's father, you know. The family's star has always been Toni. She is the most successful and well-known and has the largest career. And some believe that Tamar has always been envious of that. Therefore, she used sleeping with Toni's men as a means of demonstrating her equal importance, power, and desirability. I mean, I'm on your level if I can take your boyfriend. It makes logic in a poisonous way, but it's twisted. Let's go back to Tawanda for a moment, since it is nasty that she kept this knowledge for years, and only brought it up during an argument to divert attention from her own issue. That is deceptive. Sisters don't do that. The Braxtons are meant to be family, but at this point, the betrayals are so profound. Love and trust seem to have entirely vanished. They are merely going through the motions. To be honest, people believe that the Braxtons' permanent breakup is just a question of time. Like severing all relationships. Since it appears that the sisters no longer even like one another, others have suggested that they should completely stop watching reality TV and avoid communication for their own mental health. Put love out of your mind. They are not even fond of one another. Their mother, Miss Evelyn, Miss E, is the only thing keeping them together. I hate to say it, but some are speculating that when Miss E dies, God forbid we adore Miss E, the sisters will be going to completely cease talking. As if that were the end of it. The Braxton sisterhood came to an end. The Braxtons had everything, which is why it's so depressing. They had potential for mainstream success, a devoted fan base, and a powerful concert. But it was all shattered by resentment and jealousy. Instead of being the Black Kardashians, they ended up being their own demise. We are currently witnessing the fallout from their inward self-destruction.